Welcome to the games. I'm Joe.
I'm Kim.
And we are from What I'm Playing Now. We're here to bring you a tutorial and playthrough on Call to Adventure from Brotherwise Games. This was a Kickstarter they had done that was successful. And it looks like they have 2 expansions coming out this year as well. Name of the Wind and Adventures Stormlight are 2 of the expansions coming out for this, hopefully in 2019. So hopefully we'll get to see those and play through those. But this is just the base game that they sent us a review copy of. So like I said, we're going to do a quick tutorial, a playthrough, and hopefully by the end of the video you will know how to play this and see whether you want to pick this game up or not. We're playing right now with 2 players is how we kind of have the game set up. Let's jump over to the table. And we have our character board set up here, and we have 3 cards over here. And the first card is our origin, the next card is our motivation, and then we have our destiny card. The destiny card, as you can see, is right here. This is face down. That card is going to be what we're working towards for end game victory points. The name of this game is Victory Points. So during the game, you're going to be pulling traits from the board. You're going to be fighting different challenges and adding cards to your tableau here. Once you get 3 cards under one of your cards, like let's say the origin card, you can then move on to putting cards under your motivation. Once you get 3 under the motivation, you can start putting cards under your origin card. There are 3 different rows of cards here, as you can see, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to be pulling out 4 cards to start off with, so let's go ahead and put those cards out, and I can kind of show you what you're going to be working towards on your turn. All right, so we have our 4 cards on the board, and it looks like they are currently all challenges. On your turn, you're going to normally start off and do one of 2 main actions. You're either going to gain a trait or gain a challenge. We currently have all challenges out here, so when a trait card comes out, I'll actually explain what that is. But the way a challenge card works, let me grab one right here and switch over to our close-up view. The way a challenge card works is, I'm going to be doing a dexterity roll against this card, and I need to get 4 or more on my roll. And I can use, actually I'll win a dexterity die by doing this, or rune, and I can actually do dex and intelligence to obtain this card, and I need to roll a 4 or higher. And if I want to do the bottom, there actually is no additional things that I will have to roll to actually learn the dark secrets. A lot of times when you're doing a lower challenge on a card, there is a lot of times a +1 down here, which you will then have to roll a +1. You can always start off your roll with the 3 main rune dice, or 3 main runes, I guess you should say. These kind of are replacing dice, which I think is kind of cool. And your runes essentially look like this. They have 1 on one side, which will give you a 1, and they're blank on the other. There is 1 actual normal rune that you get to roll every time that has a 1. That'll give you a point, and it also has a hero and anti-hero card on there. So on your turn, you're going to be either picking up a trait, like I said, from the board, or obtaining a challenge, or fighting a challenge, and then trying to obtain the card. And you're going to add that card to your tableau. That card will give you abilities and additional powers to roll more runes on your turn, as well as let you possibly draw some cards, like a hero and anti-hero card, or actually work towards set collection in this game. Besides some push your luck with the rune rolling, you also have some set collection. So you have a story icon, which is right here. This is actually the Arcana story icon. And at the end of the game, if you have 2 of the same story icons, you will get 2 points. If you have 3 of the same, you will get 4. And if you have 4, you will get 8. There are also a couple other things you can do on your turn. You can actually do what is referred to as performing a journey action. You can actually spend 1 of your XP that you have here, and everybody starts off with 3 of those at the beginning of the game. You can spend 1 to actually remove any card from the center of the table on the row you're working on. You can actually remove that card and have it replaced with another one. So that is the journey action. You can also play your hero and anti-hero cards. Everybody starts off with 1 hero card at the beginning of the game, and this is what the hero card looks like. The anti-hero card is similar, it's just a little darker in color. It kind of has like a blue background, darker blue background with some little black in the center. You can also activate any other abilities on your turn, be it from allies or anything in your tableau that you could during your turn. Hero and anti-hero cards, you can actually play as many as you want on your turn. And that's kind of the gist of how a turn is going to work for you. Like I said, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get 3 cards under each of your cards. Once the third card is or once somebody in the game gets 3 cards under their destiny card, everybody else at the table will have one more round to actually try to obtain more cards or do something to get more victory points. And after that, the game ends. You will then go through scoring, and there will be quite a bit to scoring, so we'll use one of the handy-dandy sheets that we've printed off of Board Game Geek. We're actually using a couple of different cheat sheets here that we have. We have Kenpo. He kind of gave a player aid that we printed out, which we're using. So if you find that useful, throw him some Geek coins. And the Geek Giant is going to be, we downloaded the scoring sheet from Board Game Geek, and we're using that one. We find it to be very helpful because it actually has a detail of all the different scoring options that you will have for the end of the game. One other tip we can give you is go out to Board Game Geek and download the latest rulebook that Brotherwise has uploaded to there. There are a few rule changes in there. Most of them have to do with explaining endgame scoring a little bit better than what the initial rulebook did. You can get by with the initial rulebook, but it does help to download the latest one from Board Game Geek. There weren't really too many changes that I noticed other than that endgame scoring part. So, like I said, it just explains things a little bit better. Other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to go. And do you want to go ahead and go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
So what Kim's going to do right now is she's looking at the tableau and she's looking at what I guess we probably should have read our cards, our origin and our motivation card to see what they are. So I'm starting off as a settler, and like I said, what you're trying to do is you're trying to kind of tell the story of your character throughout playing the game. And a lot of the cards that you'll find that you'll be gaining from the center of the table and adding to your tableau, really, if you're following and trying to match different icons and build it, it actually tells a really interesting story that you can come up with at the end of the game that we found out. So I'm actually a settler, and that card allows me to, during a challenge, if at least one of my runes shows a Constitution or Intelligence, I get to gain an experience point. And I'm a settler who was trained by a master, and that allows me to, once per turn, I can spend an experience to gain an actual strength rune until the end of the turn. So right there off the bat, I actually have 3 different runes that I can actually utilize on my turn when I'm doing my rolls. I can actually use Constitution, Intelligence, and then I have to pay an XP to get a strength. What do you have?
Okay, so my origin is a squire. And during a challenge, if at least one of your runes shows a result of strength or dexterity, I gain a XP. And my motivation is I was born lucky.
Oh, nice.
Well, this is a good one. We've played several times, and I haven't seen this one before. Once per turn, you may spend an XP to flip over one of your dark runes.
I think I've seen that when I played this down at Recess, where I played a 3-player game. I think somebody had that. And that was actually very, very helpful because if you just need 1 XP... which we haven't gone into the runes. When we start rolling the runes, I'll start explaining how some of those work. But it's really nice because if you only need that 1 extra point and you roll the moon for 2, you can actually flip it over and not have to take the corruption, which is really helpful. Yeah. So you want to go ahead and now try to figure out what card you want to go for, and it looks like you're going to be going for a challenge here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start with Lost in the Woods.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with the top.
You're going to go Escape Your Pursuers?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So the card that Kim's going for right now is a Dexterity and Wisdom challenge. She has to roll at least 3 with her runes. So she always starts off with 3 base runes, like we said. So she's going to actually see, what else can she add? She does have 1 dex.
Dexterity.
So she's going to add 1 dex.
So that's that. And since I have this, I'm probably going to pay... because that's only going to give me 4, and I need 3, so that's cutting it kind of close. Yeah. I'm going to spend an XP.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a black rune. Okay.
So let me explain the runes real quick, since she actually has them out there. I showed you the 3 main runes that we have here. The Dexterity rune has 1 point on one side, and then the Dexterity symbol on the other, and everybody can see that on the overhead. That's actually worth 2. The Dark rune is one that she can add by spending an XP, and she can add up to 3 dark runes per roll, and it has 1 on one side, but it has some corruption on the other. This will actually give her 2 points, but when she does that, she'll actually have to go down on her corruption track here that you can kind of see here on her overhead board. Right now, we're both at 2 on the virtue side, But once we get into the corruption side, we could possibly, when you get down to the bottom, you could possibly start getting no points at the end of the game, which is what this little track is telling us, or even go negative. You also have some card symbols next to there, which are the hero and anti-hero cards. So right now, where we're at between virtue and corruption, we can actually play both hero and anti-hero cards. Once you get lower, and you're actually 2 down into the corruption, you can only play anti-hero cards. From what it looks like, from what we can tell, most of the hero cards are going to benefit yourself. A lot of the anti-hero cards will contain possibly a little bit of take that or something to possibly hurt your neighbors a little bit. So that's, something you kind of want to watch out for, and it's definitely sometimes good to dabble into that anti-hero side a little bit and get into some of the darkness, but sometimes, like I said, you don't want to go too far, because if you go down all the way, it's actually a -4 at the end of the game. And you also, at the bottom, which I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can, you also can't play the dark runes once you get all the way down to the bottom of the corruption track. So what Kim's going to do right now is, since she has all of her runes set up, she's going to pick up all the runes. She's going to give them a quick shake.
2 things. I was going to mention 2 things.
What's that?
One is, we've played this a lot. So yesterday when we played and I got all the way to the bottom, there are hero cards and anti-hero cards that will bump you back up towards virtue.
And give you some more
But they're
virtue.
few and far between.
Yeah, yeah.
So just because you get down here, don't assume you're going to get a card that's going to move you back up. It
Yeah.
doesn't happen, and that kind of really screwed me yesterday.
Yes. Yeah.
The other thing is, the reason I was able to add this dexterity in is my squire actually came with that on his card.
So on the top of a lot of the starting cards, you'll normally have 2 actual abilities that you're going to get to start off with. And whenever you have these on the top of the cards and additional cards you add to the tableau, you will be building up additional runes. The nice thing with that, you can never have more than 3 of one type of rune, but the 3rd rune actually gives you either, let me grab the intelligence rune here. This one actually, these runes are a little different. The 3rd rune actually has the 3 dots around it. This will give you 2 points when you roll it, but on the other side, they're all a little bit different. So this one actually gives you a hero card that you will get to draw when you roll this. So it's not like it's 2 and 1. This is actually 2 and possibly something else, like a hero card, an anti-hero card, or possibly an experience point that you can also are on the back of some of them. So, all right, go ahead and do your roll.
So,
and this is kind of where the push your luck comes in, because you're always trying to figure out how many dark runes do you want to add, how many should you roll. And right now, Kim needed to roll a 4, or she needed to roll a 3, and she actually did get a 3. So one of the first things that we always do is after a roll is we always do the drawing of the card. What this rune, like I said earlier during the tutorial, was this tells you can either draw a hero or anti-hero card. So Kim's going to go ahead and draw that, because if there's actually anything, like let's say she didn't actually succeed in this challenge, she could actually use that card right now. So that's one of the first reasons why we always say the first thing you should do is draw your card, in case if it's something that you actually need to utilize right then and there to maybe help you push you over, beating the challenge that you're facing. The next thing that she's going to do is she's going to take a corruption, and so she's going to go down on the corruption track. So she's actually still getting 2 points, but she's actually now dabbling into the darker side.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to pay my XP. Once per turn, you may spend an XP to flip over my dark rune.
Yeah, but then you'll be at 2 and you won't be able
Oh,
to.
no, I can't do that.
You don't want to
Shoot,
do that.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah, be careful there.
Lesson learned. That card's new to me. I haven't had that before.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take this.
So she's going to take that. She's going to add it to her tableau.
And since I went for the top one, we're going to put it on top, and it now adds, I have 2 dexterity and a strength to use for next challenge.
Now next time when she's going to roll, if she has a dex challenge, she actually gets to throw in 2 dexterity runes. And that's pretty much how the rolling of the runes goes. We're going to rinse and repeat that at the end of Kim's turn. During a challenge, if at least one of your runes showed a sword or dexterity, which it didn't, she would have gained an XP.
I just wanted
That's
to
something
remember
we always
that.
have to remember to do. Kim would normally flip the card over, but considering it's a little reach over the table for her, I will flip over the table.
Well,
and here right now we have an ally. So this is something that I did not get to mention during the tutorial since none of those showed up. So this is an ally card. And this card actually will get placed under any of the challenges that are out there. Allies are cards that you're going to be able to obtain when you beat a challenge. And you'll set those off to the side of your tableau, and they kind of give you an ongoing effect. So what this one does is you may spend an XP or sacrifice this ally to gain a charisma until the end of your turn. So if you need a charisma, you're out of XP, you can actually discard this ally, add in a charisma rune that is up there to your roll, and hopefully you'll be able to beat that challenge. So this actually makes any challenge, though, +1 harder. So if you see that there is a +1 up here in the corner of this card, any challenge Kim adds this to instantly makes it, changes it to a +1. So I will let you, or you tell me, and I'll put it under there for you.
What is
Which one do you want to?
Again, you may spend an XP.
It is for charisma.
To gain charisma. So let's put it down under the very first one.
Under the Banish a Ghost? Alrighty. So the Banish a Ghost is a 3, and it is a Wisdom or Charisma type challenge. It is actually going to be a 4 right now. And that ally card also came with a story icon of a Justice. So if either of us had Justice or something that we possibly want to start collecting for the set collection part of the game, that may be something we want to go into. So since that ally went under the first challenge there, we flip over another one, and we have another challenge of Survive the Flames coming out. So it's now going to be my turn, and I now need to figure out what I want to go for. And there's a couple of different things on the board that I think kind of go good with my character. I think preparing for war would be a good one for me. And I think I want to plan the city's defenses, because that's going to give me a story icon of royalty. And it'll also give me another intelligence. Currently, right now, it is an intelligence and a strength check. I do have intelligence, so I get to add in 1 blue intelligence rune. I can also pay an XP to throw in a strength, so I figure let's do that just to be safe. And that'd probably be a little bit better than to add that in than a dark rune, because then I won't go down on the corruption track right now. I'm going to double check and see what my endgame goal is here, just to make sure I'm staying on track for that. Let me check my hero card as well. Okay, we don't need that there. And I'm going to go ahead and roll. So we still haven't seen a trait card, and then there's also another card that I think comes out in round 2, which are the Adversaries. Adversaries are kind of like just big boss monsters. There's still a challenge, and there's just one challenge roll that you have to go against, but they're usually a lot stronger, and they're usually a much higher roll. Yeah. And the traits, hopefully we run into a trait soon, and we can actually show you what one of those cards look like. So I'm going to go ahead for my roll of my runes here. And I got a 4, which is actually what I needed to obtain this. I also get a hero and anti-hero card. I'm going to go ahead and grab an anti-hero card right now. Okay. And I will go ahead and take this card and set it under my settler.
Read your card too. Did you have any of those pop
And
up?
yes, I did. Thank you very much for reminding me. During a challenge, if at least one of your runes shows a result of Constitution or Intelligence, I gain an XP. So since I did roll an Intelligence right here, an XP will come over to me. Other than that, I will flip over another card. Now, and here we go. Here's that's a trait. So let's discuss traits real quick, since we actually had one of those come out. So a trait kind of looks like a challenge, and I got a little bit of glare here from our window. A trait kind of looks like a challenge, but there's really no icons over here that you need to roll against. What you're doing for the trait is you actually just need to meet the bottom of the card, and actually you will then be able to obtain it. So I don't want to say it's like a free card you get to add to your tableau, but it kind of is. This one would give strength, and it would give the story icon of justice. You can only gain this if you have strength or spend 1 XP. So you don't necessarily need to have strength to get it, but you would need to spend an XP. So if your end game goal is to collect strength, and you wouldn't mind the justice storyline, that would be a really good card to pick up. So if Kim would like that, she can actually take that.
And that's what I'm going to do.
Tableau, and there you go. And she does have a strength, which her squire has. And as you can see, a trait card, literally she just picks up since she does meet the requirements of it. And she just throws it right under her tableau there. And she now has 2 strength runes, 2 dexterity runes for her rolls, And she also has the Justice story icon that she's working on for her set collection. Another card is going to come out here. This is another challenge, and it's the Academy. This is an Intelligence and Wisdom challenge, which has a 4 roll to it. So let's see what I want to do, because it's going to be my turn now. Let me double check my 2 cards here real quick and see what we have going on. Okay. All right. We're going to save those, I think, till later in the game. I think the next thing that would be good for me to get, I think would be Raging Inferno. And I think we're going to go for Surviving the Flames. Because that's going to be a Constitution check, which I do have a Constitution, and I only need a 3. So it's Constitution and Wisdom. I don't have Wisdom, because I have Intelligence. But there really isn't... Well, this would give me a 3rd Intelligence. Maybe I should go for the Academy. Let's go for the Academy. Let me change my mind there. Let's go for the Academy. That's an Intelligence and Wisdom roll. I'm going to get the 3 base runes, and I'm going to get to add in 2 of the Intelligence blue runes to this for a 4. I'm not going to add in a dark rune. We're just kind of going to push it. Now, if I don't actually succeed at this, what'll happen is this card actually just gets discarded and another card comes out. And then I kind of fall behind in the building of my tableau. So at the end of the game, if Kim continues to pass her challenges, if she continues to grab the traits and actually doesn't fail any, and I maybe fail a couple, I may not get 3 cards under my Destiny card, you know, like you want to, because you want to try to get as many cards as you can under your cards, because that's basically how you're going to score your points at the end of the game.
Once one player gets 3 cards underneath their Destiny card, the other player only has 1 turn left.
All right, so we got 4 there. So that was a good roll. I actually get another XP because I did roll an Intelligence.
Nice, you remembered.
I did. Mm-hmm. And this time I'm going to take a hero card, because I already have a pretty good anti-hero card. Okay, that's actually good. That'll actually help out pretty good. So I took my XP. I need to take my card, add it to my tableau. So I now have 2 different set collections that I'm kind of working on. Not only do I have a royalty icon, I also now have an arcana icon. So I'm a settler who's dabbling a little bit in the magic here. I guess that's where the Trained by a Master kind of came into play. I'm going to pull out another card here. It is another challenge. It is Missing Person. It is in Wisdom and Strength challenge.
And it has Nature as far as a story icon.
Yes.
Okay, my turn.
So your turn.
I am going to go Forbidden Lore.
All right.
And I'm going to do Uncover Hidden Lore. I'm going for that because I have Dexterity already, and that will give me another
Arcana roll.
I thought I already had
one.
one
Oh, no, you have Justice. You have Justice.
Yeah. I guess it'll start me on that.
Yep.
Okay, so I need 4, and I have 2 of these, 2 of the Dexterities I can add in. So that's 2, 4, 6.
You can use an XP to do a dark rune, and then if you get the corruption, you can always pay another XP, but you're going to be out of XP then.
I know.
You're burning through your XP. But if you can get an XP by rolling it, by rolling a dex. So.
I'm going to just, wait a minute, let me check my cards real quick. Nope, those do not help me. All right, let's try it. Fingers crossed. Come on, all I need is 4.
2, 3. You can go ahead and re-roll that one because it was sideways. All right.
So I got 4.
So she actually got 4, and she gets to draw a card. So the first thing, let's draw a card.
Regular hero card. Okay.
You get the card, and since you rolled a dex symbol, you actually get another XP.
Yay!
We're remembering that this
3.
time. All right, so Kim actually just put her 3rd card under her origin story. So what that means is, on the next turn that she has, she's actually going to get to start pulling out the row 2 cards. Now, since I only have 2 cards under here, if I fail another origin card, obtaining one, I can actually jump up to the second row and actually put number 2, I can put motivation cards under my origin story. So you can actually do that. Now, the trick is, once you obtain a card from a higher level, you can never go back to a lower level. So if I was a couple of cards down on origin and I only had 1 card under my origin, if I put a motivation card, a level 2 card under there, then the third card has to be from 2 or higher. So by that point, if I'm that far behind, the game is probably over for me.
And if he decides to do that, I can't go back. He can go forward, but I can't go back to the first row. I have to now go on to the second.
Yeah. So once you fill up one of your sets of cards, origin, motivation, you cannot go back to a lower level. You have to keep moving forward with your cards. And the challenges and traits do become harder. The challenges is going to require you to roll more runes, as the difficulties are much higher as you get up into those higher level cards. We need to pull out one more card here for this. We have another
Charisma.
Challenge comes out. That is a Charisma challenge. It's a Charisma Dexterity challenge, which is definitely not something I need. I think what I'm going to go for is, I think I'm going to go for Survive the Flames. I think we're going to go for the Constitution. We're just going to go for a roll of a 3.
And do you have any Constitution or Wisdom that we can add in?
I do have a Constitution I can add in. I want to save these till later. I really don't want to fall too far behind.
So you can add in a Constitution.
So I'm going to add in a Constitution, and I think I'm going to add in a Dark Room, just to play it safe. I think this one, I don't want to fall too far behind, because if she gets a couple cards up on me, that could be very bad
dangerous.
for end the game.
It's hard to catch up.
So let's play it a little safe. Let's not push our luck too much. And let's see what we got. We got a 5. So first thing I'm going to do is draw a card. I'm going to draw an Antihero card. Okay. I will then go down 1 on the corruption track. So I am now dipping into corruption, since I am into the moon part of the card. I rolled a Constitution, so I get an XP. So I get that XP back that I actually spent for the Dark Rune. And I get to take the card and add it to my tableau. So I will get another Constitution rune for my rolls going forward.
You took a hero card?
And I took an anti-hero card.
Okay.
Since I can still play both, I am teetering on the edge there of not being able to play hero cards. We really don't need to draw another card since we're all moving forward. We do it, though, just for the sake of the game, just to kind of show that we could probably pull these cards away and set them aside. But what we might do is set that here for right now, and I think everybody can kind of still see the rolls, partially. And we will start pulling out the next cards for... Oh, there's an ally, so this is just going to have to go under here, because that's the only place it can go. There's another ally. That ally is just going to go ahead and get discarded. We're just going to set that off to the side. There's a trait. There's another challenge. And there's another trait. So we got 2 traits, 2 challenges. 1 challenge actually has an ally under it. The ally actually does, you may spend an XP or sacrifice this ally to gain an intelligence until the end of turn. Which actually probably would be good for me, but I'm not going to say that, because it's actually a Dex Intelligence challenge. The other challenge that's out there is a Wisdom Dexterity challenge, and then there is a couple of traits. So it is your turn, Kimmy. You are up.
Oh boy. What do I want? Oh, okay. There we go. Like that. That's going to require 5. All right, so I'm going to go for the guard duty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put it down this way because
Right.
I'm going to go for catch a criminal.
And when we normally, you don't have to slide the cards up or down, but when we were watching Brotherwise play the game and kind of teach the game, they kind of did that. And we thought that was a good idea. This way, everybody at the table knows the top, which part of the cards you're going for, whether it be the top or bottom. So this way, there's no confusion, and somebody can't say, oh, you know, if they missed a roll, oh, I was going for the top, but they actually were going for the bottom. So that's why we kind of do slide the card either up or down, just so everybody at the table knows which part of the card you're actually going for.
Also, since I am going for the bottom, it's going to be a 5. I'm going to need a 5.
Yep.
And my dexterity, I have 3 dexterity, so I can put
you're
all
gonna get
3
all
in.
3 runes in.
And that's that special ruin that we talked about. That gives you another option on there.
Yeah, that one would actually give you an Antihero card.
And I think I'm going to spend an XP to add in a ruin.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to bring this over closer to me.
That's fine.
So I just need a 5. Easier said than done.
Just a 5.
Just a 5. Oops. 2, 4, 5. I got it.
Yes. So you got 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually spend an XP to flip that over to
I
a
am
5
going
so you
to.
don't take any corruption.
I was going to.
So if you want to do that real quick,
Give you that.
and you can
Flip
flip
this
that
over.
over and you still have 5.
Okay.
Now you can draw 1 anti-hero card, and then the other card could be either hero or anti-hero.
Okay. So let's do one of each.
Okay.
Start with this. Okay. Had that one before. And we'll take this. Oh, nice. Okay.
All right. Now, since you rolled a dexterity,
I get
you
that.
actually get an XP.
Yep.
And then that
That's
will be it.
So everything
We'll
goes
empty
back.
out the
all
runes.
runes.
Now, one thing to note, the one reason why you probably want to play hero and anti-hero cards, they actually do have victory points on them. The only way you get those victory points is by playing the cards. So we're keeping our hero cards face down. When we play them, we'll set them off to the side of our tableau, and we will keep track of those because they will be worth victory points only if they are played at the end of the game. There are also some destiny cards that give you additional points for playing hero and anti-hero cards. That looks like another trait. Oh, it's an ally.
It's an ally.
It's an ally.
At the end of the game, if an adversary is undefeated, sacrifice this ally.
Okay, and we have only one challenge in play. The other 2 are traits. That actually is going to get discarded because it doesn't have a challenge that it can go under.
Okay, here's a challenge. Captured.
All right. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a settler who survived the flames. I've excelled in my studies. I've planned the city's defenses. I'm trained by a master. And I think I'm kind of going to be honorable.
Ooh.
Because that'll give me another part of set collection. It'll give me a strength. So that would actually give me a possibility of having 2 strength if I spend an XP. Let's do that. So I'm just going to take that trait because I do have 1 royalty symbol over here on Plan the City's Defenses. So that basically let me obtain that, which is an additional couple points, as well as the strength icon for free. I will flip over my next card, and it is a challenge, Trench Warfare. Kimmy, you're up.
All right, I'm going to go for captured, and I'm going to do the bottom. Break out of captivity. So instead of 5, I now have to get 6. And I have plenty. Let's see.
So you
I
have
can
strength
use strength.
and Constitution.
Oh, I don't have.
You don't have Constitution,
I
but
was
you have strength.
dexterity. Wait a minute. Is that what I wanted to go for?
I don't know. You may want to
So I
rethink
need
that.
6.
Do you have any cards that can help you? You have a lot of hero cards
I do
over
have
there.
a lot of hero cards. Let me look
So
for
before
1
you
second.
can't play them, you may want to start looking at those. We probably should start playing these.
Oh, awesome. I'm going to play this one. Comrade in Arms. So
Okay.
I'm going to spend an XP.
Okay.
I gain a virtue.
Okay.
And I get to give another.
Give another
Sorry.
hero. Yep,
I caught it. I get to add 2 to my next
roll. Yep.
attempt on this turn.
Yep.
So now I get that point at the end of the game.
Yep.
All right, so I have 2 strength. I'm going to add those in.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to add 2 to whatever my roll is.
Correct.
And I need 6, right? Okay.
Yes.
Let's give this a shot. Come on. Oh, no. I have to re-roll this one.
Looks like you got, well, you're not going to get higher than a 2.
Oh, that's true.
So that's still going to be a 4.
Darn. Hang on. Hang
Do
on.
you have anything else that would help
I
you?
might. Nope, maybe not. Ah, I don't.
No. Okay. So here's what happens since she failed a challenge. 'Cause I think this is one of the first. I don't know if I failed a challenge before, did I? But the first thing that she does is she gets 1 XP for failing the challenge.
Yep.
The next thing, she gets another XP, actually.
Because I had a strength.
If at least one of your runes shows a result of strength. So she gets another XP for that.
Shoot.
And that's pretty much what is going to happen for her. So she got 2 XP for that.
And that challenge goes away
And
now.
that challenge actually goes away now. So you are going for
Captured.
Preston to serve. You were going to captured.
Yep.
So that one, actually, we will just set off to the side up here.
Oh,
It goes away, and another card comes out in its place to fill the tableau, and it is Frozen Peak. It is a Wisdom and Constitution challenge. So what am I going to go for here?
you know what? I was just thinking of something.
What was that?
Well, I had...
Oh, wait. You
I
had
had my
plus 2.
plus 2. So if that one I rolled would have... If I would have re-rolled that sword. I mean, it came up sword on the side. It was kind of cockeyed.
Right. So you had 3, 4, 5, but you still needed a 6, didn't you? Or how many? What did you have for your
I
roll?
had a slash for this, and then I had this. So that would have been 2, 4, 6.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah,
I'm
you
pretty
would have
sure
gotten
that slash was up.
Okay, yeah, I think it was. Yeah, there were 2 that were blank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you would have gotten it. We forgot to add in the plus 2. Good catch. Okay, let's undo all that. Give me the 2 XP back. So that's what happens when you fail a test. So we kind of just taught you.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we showed that before. So that would have what happened if she
I'm
would
glad I
have
caught
failed.
that. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you did have the plus 2. You forgot to add that in.
Okay, so I get that card.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
So that card just comes here, and this card would have still come out.
Yep. So this is going to go underneath.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was so excited to add that in.
I was thinking about my turn.
But I think I'm right?
Yes, you are.
It was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
Okay. I still get the 1 XP back though.
Oh, that's correct. You do. Because you.
I just didn't get the 1 for losing.
You did roll the strength.
Okay. Sorry, not to confuse everyone out
Okay.
there.
Well, now I'm confused. No, we're good. Okay, on my turn, what am I going to go for? I was thinking about what I wanted to do. I think I need to lead an attack here. That's a 5, and it's a strength wisdom check. I'm going to play the card Kim just played, and hopefully I don't forget to add in the plus 2. I'm going to give another hero an XP.
Thank you.
I will gain a virtue, and I get to add plus 2 to my roll. Okay, so that was one thing that I need to do. The next thing I need to do is I need to spend an XP to actually gain a second strength. So I'm going to get to roll 2 strength, as well as the base 3 runes, and I'm going for a 5.
Any wisdom, huh?
I don't have any wisdom. So what I'm going to do is spend an XP
On a ruin?
and throw in a dark rune. Since I actually just went up on the corruption track, I'm actually in the virtue side right now. We can risk it. I'd rather be safer than sorry. Wow, all 1s.
Oof.
That is 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So that's successful.
Got it all with
So now the only thing is, since I didn't roll, I didn't have any of those symbols anyway. I think I'm just going to get the card. I don't really get any XP or anything. Yeah, because I rolled 6, 7, 8, because I had the plus 2 there. So I get to take the lead and attack card, and that actually gives me 3 royalty icons. I now have another strength. So I'm pretty heavy on the strength, constitution, and intelligence over here. That's an odd combination, but hey, we'll take it. We're going to put the 2 strength icons back. We will put the dark rune back. I will draw out another card. It is Distant Lands, Lead an Expedition, which is a Intelligence Constitution check.
Okay. I actually think I'm going to go for Vault of Secrets.
Okay. With the ally.
With the ally. And I'm going to go unlock a secret vault. So we're going to go bring this up a little bit so we know which one I'm going for. It's a 5. I have plenty of dexterity. I actually have 4, but it maxes out at 3.
Yep. And you don't have... Do you have any cards, anything that gives you any intelligence?
Hang on one second. No.
Any questions?
Nope, I'm just thinking it out.
Okay.
Hang on one second. What do we got over here? I'm actually going to choose another hero to give 1 virtue to.
Okay, so I go up a virtue.
I can now add...
Now I can only play hero cards. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't like that. Even though I'm honorable, I don't like that.
Now I can add your ruins to my challenge. We've played this before.
Yes.
So I actually can add 3.
I have 3 intelligence runes.
So I can add 3 of those.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful card to have.
That is your roll. Oop.
And I'm going for what? 5? Yep.
Yep. You should easily get that with this.
Yes, I want lots of dexterity ruins,
Well,
so I can...
You can, even if you roll 2, you only get the 1.
Okay. Well. All right.
All right, you got
2,
it. You don't
4,
even need to
6,
worry about that sideways one, because that's 4, 8, 9. You only needed a 5.
Okay.
So you heartily got that. The first thing let's do is give you an XP.
All right.
And then you can go ahead and take both of those cards, including the ally. You set the ally off to the side of your tableau, and you'll be able to use that on your turn at any time. We kind of like to keep the runes right above the board just because it's kind of easier because you need them so often.
I also get a anti-hero card.
What do you get an anti-hero card for?
Because it was up on
Oh,
top.
yep, you do. Yes, you do. I didn't see that. And I need to become a little corrupt here because I cannot play anti-hero cards right now.
All right. So another card comes out. It is...
Oh, that's our first adversary.
Yes. I'm going to show it.
Yeah, so this is what an adversary card looks like. It basically just says adversary on it. It is a 6 challenge, and it is a dexterity and constitution challenge. It's worth 4 victory points, and when attempting this challenge, you may spend an XP to gain +1. All right. So that one does sound good. I think I'm going to go to Distant Lands and discover the unknown. This is an intelligence constitution challenge, which is pretty much right up my alley. I'm going to get to roll 3 intelligence runes as well as 2 constitution runes. So I'll
I'm
grab
sorry.
the 2 constitutions. If you can grab me the 3 intelligence, please. Yes. I don't think I'm going to add anything to this roll.
Because you only need 4, right?
Because I only need a 4 here. So we easily got that.
Sure did.
I first of all get an XP for rolling both a intelligence and constitution. I will get to take this card, and this actually gives me the second icon in the Arcana storyline. So I now have 2 Arcana storylines and 3 royalties. So my set collection is coming along nicely for the game.
Unlike me.
We will set
I have
those
2
back up
justice,
there.
and that's it.
We will set that back there. The thing is, I'm not playing as many hero cards and anti-hero cards as I want to. Well, I can't play anti-hero cards right now because you kind of pushed me up into the virtue. I'm going to get 4 points for that, but I want to play cards. Once again, Kim has 3. I have 3, but at the beginning of our turn, the 3 cards are going to come out. We're going to just pull out another card just for the heck of it. It's a trait. We can move this up here so we can see the runes actually a little bit better now. Do you want to flip over the top 3 cards.
Yep, I was just trying to. All right.
Or top 4 cards, I mean.
Okay, so it's a challenge.
It is Tyrant's Army, which is a strength and charisma challenge.
Another challenge, which is Ancient
Intelligence
Evil.
and Wisdom.
It's another challenge.
Yep. Dark Revelation.
And I found one. Another challenge.
Demon Horde. Which is a strength and wisdom. All right, so there's a lot of good challenges on the board right now, worth a lot of points out there. As you can see, we've jumped up from pretty much no victory points on the cards to maybe 2 victory points to like 3 or 4 victory points, or possibly higher on some of these cards that are on this tableau here.
All right.
They've also become harder now. We've gone from like maybe needing 5 or 6s to 6s with +1s. So yeah, definitely things have gotten a little more challenging here, which is good that you kind of want to build up an engine of your runes, because it's good to probably focus on a couple. Because I think if you try to spread yourself too thin, when you get up into some of these higher cards, beating some of these challenges is going to be very, very tricky if you don't plan accordingly.
All right, so I think I'm going to go for Tyrant's Army.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go for the 6.
All right.
So swords, I have, or strength, 1, 2, 3. I can use all 3.
Yep.
I think I have a card that lets me add a charisma. Play this before you attempt a challenge. Add an extra wisdom or charisma ruin. So I get a charisma.
Yep, that'll definitely help out.
That gives me another point at the end.
Yeah, definitely. The way you play those hero cards. You can still play anti-hero cards. I'm still unable to.
So
Thank you.
We are going for 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. So I got it.
Yep, you got it easily.
And we got 1.
So you get to draw a couple of cards here. You get an XP here for this one. That's an XP.
Mm-hmm.
You get to draw a hero and anti-hero card here.
You gave me
2. I give you 2. Sorry about that. You get a hero or an anti-hero card for this.
Let's do an anti. We're getting close to the end here. Oh, I already have that one.
Good. Hopefully you don't need it.
That's funny. I have it in both a hero and an anti-hero.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, you also get 1 extra XP because you did roll a strength rune. Because of your square.
What gave me the... Oh, okay, that.
No, this.
Well, I was thinking what gave me the original one. That's what I thought you were giving it to me for. But it was because of this.
Right.
Okay. I just wanted to be fair.
And XP at the end of the game, I think I forgot to mention this, because I really didn't mention all the different ways of scoring, which we'll go over when we get to it. Each XP is worth 1 point at the end of the game. So Kim's amassed 6 XP over there.
So
she's got a pretty good...
I took my card.
engine going.
And I've got both my...
You got both your XP.
So that's it.
You got your cards. And
yeah, it was only 1 card.
yeah, and then take that card from the center of the table and add it to your tableau.
So
You went
this
for the top?
is the top I went for.
You went for fight on the front lines.
And then let's put these back.
Yep.
And then I got to draw a card.
There we go. And then another card comes out, and this is...
A challenge.
Army of the Dead. Okay. That is a Constitution Wisdom challenge. I am going to go for Dark Revelation. I am going to go for Tainted by Dark Magic. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I am not. That is a straight Charisma challenge, which I will not be able to get a 5 in Charisma. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Okay, let's rethink this now real quick. Already got enough of that. That would give me that, which I really don't need. That would give me one of those. That would give me that. What's on my Destiny card? Let me check my Destiny card here real quick. Oh, I was not paying attention to my Destiny card there. All right, let's I'm going to fight the army of the dead, and I am going to survive the horde. Let's move some of these cards down a little bit here, because they are just getting in the way a little bit. I'm going to go for survive the horde. This is going to be a 7. It is a Constitution and wisdom check. I have 2 Constitution, so I will take that. That is not going to help me any. I'm going to throw in 2 dark runes.
Wow.
I'm up high enough to where even if I get 2, I can still play hero or anti-hero cards. I'll lose 2 points, but I'm kind of fine with that. Because we got to get a 7 here.
That's high.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got it. Are you playing a card against me?
I am. Do you think you could do that again if you had to?
We're going to try my damnedest.
Play this as another hero is attempting a challenge. They must... oh, nope, that wasn't it. Sorry. Here it is. Play this after another hero has attempted a challenge. They must attempt it again.
All right, so I just basically have to re-roll. I do get to keep the runes, or the dark runes that I rolled. I don't have to repay them because it's basically just, she's making me just do a re-roll. So this time we got 4, 5, 6, and tell me I'm 1 short. Tell me I am 1 short.
He killed me in this yesterday, so
all right,
it's my
so
turn.
the first thing I'm going to do is draw a hero card. And that's not going to help me. I'm going to take 1 on the corruption track. So I'm going to go down there. I did roll a Constitution. So I get to take an XP there. Now I did fail the challenge.
So you get another XP.
So I get another XP for failing the challenge. And then that card is actually going to go away, which kind of bums me out because I did want that card.
Sorry.
Whatever.
Oh. It is a trait.
That is blessed.
So, you may only gain this if you have more...
of the triumph instead of tragedy points in your
Yes.
story. So on the cards, there are triumph and tragedy points. Let me grab both of these and show you the triumph and tragedy points of what we're talking about here. So we have triumph points over here, which is the 4, and this dark 4 is the tragedy points. So they're kind of like light and dark victory points. So to take the blessed card, you need to have more of the triumph points in your tableau than tragedy. If you have none, I wonder what that means, because I have none.
I don't know.
So I would say I would get to probably take that, if I wanted to. So you have more triumph than tragedy, because you have, it looks like you have 7. You don't have any tragedy points.
No.
I don't have any tragedy points either. I actually don't have any points at all in my tableau now that I look at it. That's going to hurt.
All right, so...
so let's put the runes away, and it will pass over to your turn.
Okay.
I can't believe that you made me re-roll that, and that I missed it by 1.
I know. All right, what am I doing here? Okay. I am going to do the Demon Horde. And I'm going to do the bottom one. Are you getting ready to play?
Oh, yeah. I'm getting ready to play something. I'm going to instill fear in you. I play this as another hero is attempting a challenge. They must choose another challenge or trait instead.
So does that go away?
That card does not go away. It just basically, you cannot play it.
Really?
You have to pick another card to play.
Oh, boy.
Yep. That's the way you started it. I'm just going to finish it.
Oh, really? You think you're going to finish it? All right.
We'll see what's been brought.
What do I need? Well, I guess I could attempt this. Oh, I can't. I don't have any charisma.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a straight charisma 5 roll, so you definitely need some cards or to use all dark runes for that.
You know,
I mean, you could go 3 XP and get 3 dark runes to get that one.
Why didn't you block me from getting that card?
What's that?
I was just curious if you want that card, why you would have blocked me.
I'm just trying to play my hero and anti-hero cards.
Okay. I think I'm going to get rid of... I'm going to use my journey.
Oh, you're going to get rid of a card?
Yes.
Okay. So Kim's going to do a journey
Just
action
get rid
right
of
now.
this. Neither one of us can get this. It's a ridiculous card.
So that card's just going to actually get discarded from the table, and another card's going to come out.
It's a challenge.
And it is Divine Calling. It is a straight wisdom challenge, which I don't think helps either of us.
Oh. So is that only once per turn?
Yes.
Oh,
There are some cards that allow you to, but you pay a XP to discard one card on the table and replace it with another card from the same deck. And I'm 99.9% sure that the rules said once per turn, you can take a journey action. There's attempt to challenge. Once per turn. I just did a quick verification on that, as the quick start guide did not say that on there.
Okay, so you blocked me on my first one. Then I did a journey. Now I'm trying to do another challenge or take a card here.
Yep.
Oh, gosh. There is nothing I want.
That's the way it works sometimes.
Wow, you are really...
Well, you're ahead of me in cards. I'm going to be a card behind you, so me getting to 3 cards is going to be tricky here.
Huh. Okay, that is...
I definitely can't falter any more rolls here.
What does she have? She has a...
And this is where you really have to think about what you're trying to go for and what you're trying to get. Because, like we said, the challenges in the third act are definitely a challenge.
Darn. 6. I don't have any wisdom. Oh boy. Well, I guess I'm going to take this.
Okay.
It's really my safest thing. But then I only have one more card after this. I should have just went for something and lost. So we could have gotten...
get 2 hero cards.
Yeah.
With that.
Okay.
And
So...
it's also the divinity icon, which I don't think you have any divinity.
I don't. So we'll take 2 hero cards. Okay.
And then you can flip over another card for me, and then I need to figure out what I want to take.
Okay. Those are big ones. All right. Oh.
Supernatural. You may only take this if you have both Constitution and Charisma, or if you have played 3 Antihero cards, which I have not. And I don't have... Damn. I don't have Charisma, because I would have liked that card, actually. Alright. We're going to banish the Fiend. And I'm going for the top. This is a Wisdom Intelligence check.
I'm going to stop you. There's no sense in making you go any further. Play
You're
this.
instilling fear.
I am instilling fear.
That's why I just played on you.
You did. And when you said you were going to finish it because I started it? No.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever. All right. Okay, we're going to... So I can't do that. I don't want to do that because I don't have enough. I think we're going to go for the Demon Horde. And I think I'm going to go for driving back a Demon Army. Which is a Strength and Wisdom check. I have... I have 2 Strength. I can pay an XP to gain a 3rd Strength. And I have no Wisdom.
So you've got 8. Possible 8.
And I need a 7.
And you need a 7.
So we're definitely throwing in a Dark Rune. Throw in 2 Dark Runes. I am not failing this. I can't, because you could possibly finish the game, and I'll be stuck with just one card. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I get to draw a card. I will take.
And you didn't get any dark runes.
I didn't get any dark runes. Yeah, that's crazy. I will take. I get a hero and anti-hero card. What do I want? Let me take an anti-hero card. Okay. I get this card. Add it to my tableau. And let's get these out and flip over a third card and see if you're going to be pretty much close to ending the game here. Go ahead, flip over another card, please.
Alright, challenge. Into the Abyss.
That is a straight Constitution challenge. And it's a 5.
Oh boy. I don't have any. Shoot.
Spend an XP to take a journey to get rid of a card.
Let's do that. Let's get rid of this.
Okay. Throw that one over there.
Challenge. Crypt of Horrors.
Crypt of Horrors. It's a Dexterity Wisdom challenge.
I have plenty of dexterity.
And it's only a 6. It's a 7 if you do the bottom. Destroy the Demilich.
Let's see, that's a 1, 2. Give me 4, 5, 6. I don't have any of those. So I'm just going to pop all of them. Alright, so I'm going to attempt this.
Okay. Into the Abyss.
I am going to play a card.
It's going to be 6. Okay.
Choose another hero to gain a virtue. I can then add their ruins to my challenge attempt.
Keep pushing me into the virtueness, and I want to stay into the corruption.
So, because this is a constitution, and you have 2 constitutions I can use.
Yeah, I have 2 constitution.
Oh, not that one.
That was the card I was going to go for too. Thank you. She's always renewing a game.
And it's 6. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6. I need to add some dark ruins in
You
there.
need to do something. Stick with that. Just go with it. You don't. You're lucky.
Hang on.
You're lucky. You got this. You got this. It's all good.
I can grab these 2. Okay. I'm gonna add in 2.
2. All right. That's it. Chew through them victory points. That's what I like to see. Throw in a third. What the hell? You're going in that many.
All right, so that gives me a possibility of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, and I need 6.
11. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. 2,
All right.
3,
So
4,
2, 3,
5,
4,
6.
5, 6. So
Perfect.
you got it. You get to draw a card. Hero or an anti-hero.
Let's draw a hero.
Think about that. That's your third card. You're not going to get to play again.
Why would I draw a dark card?
To play it against me, because it's usually take that cards.
I have take that cards, and you're already so far behind. I really don't want to do that to you. But I can play this right now, can't I? Because you can play them whenever. I can gain 2 sun. Or 2 virtue.
Yeah, actually you can.
So that gives me 8 points at the end.
I
We'll
don't
do
believe you
this.
drew that card right at the end. So.
I actually had it.
Oh, you
I had it as
okay.
well. I was going to play it, so it didn't really matter. Okay, so I don't get anything for that Constitution.
No, you didn't roll the Dex or
These
Strength.
can go
so
back.
2 Dark Runes can go back.
Those 2 can go back.
Take your card.
Take my card.
So you have the 3rd card. So I basically get 1 more turn. So
Oops, and my mic just fell, so hang on, I want to grab it.
So I am actually only going to get 2 cards under my Destiny card. And I just drew a adversary, the Tyrant. He is a Dexterity Charisma challenge. He would be an 8. Worth a hell of a lot of points, being 6 victory points. But not something I can even touch, not having the Dexterity. I have no XP left, so I can't do a journey. So I think the best thing for me to probably do is to probably go for I wouldn't be able to get that. I'm gonna have to go for Ancient Evil. And I think I'll probably go for Banish the Fiend because it's 3 points instead of 2. I think that would probably be the best thing for me to do. Because I don't think there is anything. Yeah, let's go for Ancient Evil, Banish the Fiend. I get to throw in 3 Intelligence, so the blue ones. I get to throw in 1 Wisdom, which is a green one. And I need to roll a 6.
You should get it. That should be easy peasy.
Those would not help. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So I actually do get an XP for rolling an Intelligence. I get to take that card and throw it onto my tableau, and I think that is
the end. Scoring time
of the game. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip over our Destiny card and reveal what we were going for. I was an Intrepid Explorer, so at the end of the game, I gain 1 point for each Constitution and Intelligence icon I have in my story, or 1 for each constant and 1 for each type of story icon in my story.
Oh, okay. Well, I was a mighty conqueror.
Yeah, okay, we'll see score-wise.
And at the end of the game, I get 2 for each strength.
Wow.
And 1 for each Constitution, right? Yeah, Constitution or Dexterity.
All right. So with the player sheets that we have, we're going to go through this straight from the top to the bottom. We're going to do triumph points, which are going to be the white points in your tableau, of which I have 7.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
All right. Next are tragedy points, which are going to be the black points in your tableau, of which I have none.
And that's not on our hero cards, right?
Correct.
I have none.
We'll do hero cards in a minute.
All right, calm down.
Story icon points. I have 2 Arcana.
You have those 2, don't forget about that.
Right. I have 2 Arcana, which is 2. And I have 3 Royalty, which is 4. So that is 6. Yeah.
I have a lot of 1s.
Which is nothing.
But I have 3 Justice, which would give me 4.
Experience tokens. I have 1, you have 2. Hero cards played. I have 2.
7. I 6, 7.
Did you add that 1 into
I did not.
your thing? So that would be 13 triumph points for you?
didn't think
Probably
about
should
that.
add. I don't think they have spot on here for the ally cards.
Okay.
So we'll do that there. Antihero cards played. Oh.
Oh well,
Yeah, I did all mine together.
Okay.
Corruption track points. I am at 4.
And you can double that for me.
Whatever. Destiny card points. This is going to take a second now.
All right.
I get 1 for each of those.
Shh, inside.
You do inside voice. All right, I think I got my number.
Oh, let me do it again.
I'm going to double check mine. Okay. I
13.
think Kimmy's going to get me here. All right. Let's just pull up the calculator so I can fly through these. If you're double checking your stuff, I'm going to start adding. Not as good as I did yesterday. Wow.
Whew.
Yeah, you did way better.
Damn.
32 to 47, you got me.
You killed me yesterday. So.
Yes, I did. So that's fair. That's fair. That's I was.
That's fair.
I think
I'll
missing that
take
card.
that.
I think missing that card probably would have definitely helped me get at least.
One card was not going to bring you up to 47 points.
It would have at least cut that down probably in half. Because if I could have got another card, which would have given me maybe 5 to 6 points plus another icon or so, it definitely could have helped me. I think the biggest difference was the triumph points you had in your tableau. I started off collecting those triumph points not until the third age, not until Destiny. So story-wise, my character is a settler who excelled in their studies. I survived the flames. I assisted with planning the city's defenses. I was trained by a master. I also discovered some unknown items who was honorable, and I led an attack, which got me to being an intrepid explorer. That led me to banish the fiend, as well as drive back a demon army. So as you can see, my story actually kind of came out pretty good. I think it told a pretty good story. What about yours?
Well, my squire, he uncovered hidden lore. He was brave, obviously.
Yes.
He escaped my pursuers.
Okay.
He unlocked a secret vault, caught a criminal. He broke out of captivity.
He's definitely born lucky.
He was born. No, that wasn't luck.
That was born lucky.
No, he was blessed.
You were born lucky,
He fought
blessed,
on the front lines and rescued a lost love.
and became a mighty conqueror. So, all right, there
I
we
do
go.
have a question. I have a card
Yes.
that I'm wondering if I could have played.
Yes.
So let's just say the game was a lot closer than it was.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was this one. Let's say you would have faced a challenge and failed. At this point, I can face a challenge that you failed.
Right.
Would I be able to play that card after I have
You can
three?
you can never have more than 3 cards under any
Okay.
of your any other.
Okay,
any
I
of
was
your
just
trait
curious.
cards.
I hadn't
Yeah,
thought, you know.
Any of your character cards, you can't have more than
Okay.
3. So no, you wouldn't have been able to.
Okay.
Because there were some cards I was thinking about playing at the end, but like I had this card that would play before an attempt. I can add a Constitution or Intelligence, but since I was already maxed out at 3 Intelligence, because I had 4 Intelligence icons, I couldn't play that because I couldn't add it. I don't think I would be able to play that. And then my other one was for Strength and plays before you attempt to challenge, add a Strength or a thing inner Strength, which I probably should have done at one time. But you kept me up above the being able to play the Antihero cards. And
I kept giving you virtue.
yeah, and that kind of really messed me up because I did have 2 cards that I probably, Next time, I'm probably just going to start using these earlier in the game before that gets, because I had one that would make you do the reroll like what you did to me, and I also had another one that has you do a reroll and makes it +1 harder. So I probably should have used those earlier in the game rather than save them for late game, because with you pushing me up into the virtue part of the track, I basically wasn't able to play the anti-hero cards, and they kind of sat there with those last couple of cards that I was hoping to get them in.
Yeah.
So, but there you go. There is Call to Adventure by Brotherwise Games. It's a really fun push your luck set collection style of game. If you like role-playing games and you like creating characters, this will definitely be reminiscent of that. As you can see, you start off with an origin, a motivation, a destiny, and you're trying to just build up an engine and try to get the most victory points at the end of the game, which Kimmy did for this turn. So she's the winner today, but we'll be back with another video shortly where I will hopefully, bring back the goodness to my side. So other than that, thank you everybody for joining us. Check out our website, www.whatimplay.now.com. Check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/whatimplay.now, or youtube.com/whatimplay.now. And you can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram @whatimplay.now. Don't forget to drop that G like I always say. But until next time, everybody, you know what to do. Go play some games and then let us know what you're playing now. Until the next video, everybody, have a great time gaming, and we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.